Alright, hello everybody, Skyrim here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video. Alright, so I took on the personal challenge of doing the Diablo fight with one of my alts. I wanted to find out what the reasoning behind so many players having a problem with it in the early goings, and why. There's multiple reasons for this, and I am going to showcase that here. So strap in for a little bit. Hopefully it won't go on for too long. However, there will be some timestamps I do believe I will try to put in, because some of this needs to be passed along to the devs, because there are quite a great, not a great deal, but there are two very, well, maybe mostly one, depending on how you look at it. There are a few examples here that I have of design flaw issues that need to be addressed by the devs. So, hey, I don't have the direct line to them, so forgive me for that, but I can at least try to put this in and make a tag to those that do and see if we can get this passed along and get things fixed. So, let me know what you think. I did put some time in on this and some testing, so I hope you appreciate it. Let's get into it. All right, let me go ahead and play this for now. This is previously recorded. Okay, so this is me right here with the mouse on the right hand side. Yeah. Anyway, I'm showing the baseline. All right, I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm showing the baseline. As you can see here, this is one of my alts. Now, I didn't mean to level up so quickly, but with the 1500 experience gain, I was so far behind on the story on this particular alt character that I left in the dust. I was back at Storm Point. Okay, Storm Point, and I didn't even have the, I was at the unlock of the ship dungeon, all right? That's how far back this character was left. So, I had to do the story. I was at 209 Paragon, bolstered all the way to 351 here, as you can see. Still didn't really make much of a difference, honestly, and we'll get to that in a minute as to why. But here we go, 351, this is the baseline, 590 meager resonance. You can see the gear levels that I have for my blacksmithing, yada yada. I had just scrapped together enough wisps to craft the bracelets, which were Shabbos. Let's go ahead and play this. Okay, there's the meager stats that I'm going in this with. All right. Really nothing to write home about, but hey. You know, so there we go with the stats, and let's see the secondaries. Secondaries aren't too terrible, but then again, I wasn't running too many hidden layers or whatever, because I was basically focusing on getting the story done. Here is the quick list of the essences used. All right, again, not ideal in any way, shape, or form. We're going in there with the bare bones of it and just having to go and see what this experience will be like. That's the whole premise of this. There's the secondaries. Again, not really anything to write home about. Not too terrible, honestly, though, for what they are, given the circumstances, that is. So, anyway. And the only two matching set pieces that I have in this whole entire mess, as we'll see here. Come on, past me. Come on, past me. Show it. Come on, show it past me. Yeah, 351 Paragon. Yeah, we got that. It's great. Anyway, there we go. So I had two bracelets of Okay, well, we'll get to that. There's no other set piece bonuses here whatsoever. It's all mishmash thrown on along the way, except for, like I said, I scraped together enough wisps to just barely craft the bracelets for the Shabbos to set bonus of 15% increased attack damage primary, which doesn't really help, and you'll see why. All right, so there's that. There's the baseline. Let's move on. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the issues here. Spoilers from here on out, obviously. If you're watching this, hopefully you're not watching it just for the fight to see what can be done here, but what I am sending this in for and posting this on the internet is for an awareness that needs to be addressed here to some design flaws that are very, a detriment to the player experience for newer and returning players for sure. The OG endgame players of us, though, however, the endgame Paragons, endgame gear, all of us that we do this fight on the regular now every week, we wouldn't even notice these kind of things because, well, that's just how it is. So I do believe this was this is definitely an oversight by the devs that needs to be brought to their attention and addressed properly. So here we go. Nothing too standoffish about this. HP Sponge Diablo, 121 million and at H3 difficulty is what this fight's going to be at. Let me go ahead and unmute this now so we get a little bit of sound in the background going. Spoilers here. Oh, never mind. Not this video. Wrong video. Hang on. Alright, so here we go with a little bit of background music for the game now. I couldn't have anything else going because the maintenance was underway. But nonetheless, this is where the problem begins to occur. Right here. The good old Eldrun's Blade. This mechanic. This needs to be fixed, devs. Okay? This needs to be addressed. This needs to be fixed. There is a bug of some kind or what have you. This also goes out to anybody watching this that was having issues with this fight. Let me know in the comments down below if you've experienced this yourselves. And if not, put whatever else you had experienced in the comments down below so that possibly we can get this passed along to whoever we can get this out to and try to rectify this situation for everybody across the board, because this is a horrible, horrible, painful experience, and unnecessarily so because of design flaws. And what I mean by that is right now, the Eldrun's Blade mechanic. During this section, the first time that I had this on my very, very low resonance returning player, alt character here, I'm not getting a charge at all. It's not until, and I have Varathio with me in this fight. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to fast forward it a little bit because this goes on for quite a while before anything happens. There's a little smidge. There's a little bit there. And I got it when I was attacking the mobs over by Varathio. Not by Diablo. I'm doing damage to mobs, but I'm not getting any charges. I go over to Varathio and I get a little bit more because they're swarming her. They swarm her so bad, and this goes on for so long that she gets taken out by them. Okay? Does that give you any idea here how bad this is? This bar should be going up way more faster than what it is. I'm getting nothing over here with the mobs by Diablo. I'm only getting them over by Varathio. So there's that. So we're going to move this on a little bit further. Now we're at 3/4 of a bar full. Finally. We finally got to this point. It's taken forever. Varathio's still getting beat down. And it takes even longer still. Oh look. We're at about 90% or so. 95% maybe. Almost full in the bar. Now, I've burned through some potions. I'll eventually get taken out. The only reason I'm staying over here this long, and as you can see, Varathio's almost dead, is because that's the only way I was getting a charge on the Eldrun's Blade. So something seems a little off here. Again, endgame players won't even notice this because it'll be over too fast. It'll be over far too fast. But this is for everybody else across the player base. The casual, the returning, the new players. Okay? Now I can finally pop it. Boom. Alright? And even that didn't take out everything, which is pretty interesting. But now it's like, wheel Eldrun. I did that. And now it's building up again while I'm next to Varathio. But I gotta go through this whole process over, or almost, so I thought. Okay, I got dropped there. The respawn is fine. I knew I was going to be in for a grind. That's okay. And Varathio has now been turned because she died as an angel. Now she's a demon form. That's whatever too. But now I'm actually able to get a little bit faster of a charge on the blade. However, this still drags out. It freezes at 75% on the bar charge for Eldrun's Blade. It freezes for so long that even Diablo's like, okay, I've had enough. Let's keep going. So yeah, now it's Varathio and Diablo. I'm fighting both of them. So I'm like, well, thank God that part's over for the Eldrun Blade because it was bugging out. I was like, that was terrible. But persevere, still grind it out some more. So let's just move on. That's the pain point number 1 there. Moving along again. Lots of grind, lots of grind. Obviously, this is the first fight with Diablo here. And spoilers, and guess what? He, brings himself back. You got to do it all again, which I already knew. So this is not new to me. I fully expected this. I'm like, all right, here we go. Now this is the final fight here throughout all of this. However, I can't even make it. I'm fast forwarding here because, what do you know? The next part of the Eldruin mechanic. Now watch the bar. Watch the bar again right here. Okay, that's whatever. That's fine. I expected this. I went through this. I knew what I was getting into. Now watch this. And right there, boom, look at that. Look how fast it filled up. Okay, it filled up to like 75%. But it stops. It stops and doesn't go any further. That's the issue here, devs. It stops. It charged up very, very quickly that time for whatever reason, but then it stopped. And then I wasn't able to get a charge anymore. So, fix it. Design flaw, fix that. Fix that if you can. I dare you. But fix it. So yeah, that's the issue that I had the most in this particular battle myself. And I don't even complete it because of this fact. Well, not because of this fact alone. Here, this fact. This. Now, not only was the Eldruin's Blade not charging anymore, but mobs were continuing to spawn, and it starts to lag out the game because there's so much on the screen now. I was like, oh, we're doing this now, are we? Look at this. Look at this mess. It lags out to become completely unplayable. Again, no progress on the Eldruin's Blade bar whatsoever, stuck at 75% or what have you. It jumped up really quick and then it just stuck there. So something bugged out, something happened, something needs to be fixed and addressed.
I could use some assistance.
And then the lag. Only because there's too many mobs on the screen, they're not going down. They're just spawning more, and it becomes unplayable. It becomes so unplayable here, as we will continue to play this out and see. It becomes so unplayable that the entire fight does the reset. It completely resets itself, and then I'm starting all over from the second phase of the last part of the battle. I got him pretty far down in the last HP bar, but that was about 40 minutes of grind, okay? So I hope you appreciate the effort that I put into this, to do this kind of testing, to show this for what it is. And now the whole internet will hopefully see it for what it is, and I hope this gets addressed, and hopefully this won't be... hopefully this will age like milk in a sense, but I had to put this out there for everyone to see, and also for those to get their eyes on it that can, and pass clips along, to the devs. Put credit where credit is due. I'm the one that did the testing here for this, and right there it is. It lagged out so badly. It lagged out so badly here that it reset the fight, and now I'm back to square one and having to do it all over again. Which I initially did, but then I'm like, it's just gonna bug out again. So I had enough. And this is, like I said, 40 minutes in of this. So I'm just gonna let this play out. I portal out, and I'm like, nope, not doing this again, because it's just it's whatever. Like I said, the whole rest of the fight is fine. Everything, you'll take chip damage and whatever else. He's such a huge HP sponge. It's whatever. Just chip away, grind, fight, drag it out. I understand completely. Be like, oh, spend and get stronger, blah, blah, blah. That's whatever. It's whatever. It's just grind, as all these ARPGs are. But design flaw with the Eldruin's Blade, which is funny because look here, it's even still stuck at the 75% charge on it. after the whole fight reset itself, I still got a 75% charge. So yeah, there's definitely a design flaw there that needs to be addressed for everybody. New, returning, all that kind of experience is going to be very detrimental until that gets properly addressed and dealt with. So please pay attention to this. Maybe the patch update might have fixed it inadvertently in itself. I doubt it. But still, nonetheless.
As you can see.
Oh, yeah, there's past me. There's past me in that one. Saying like, yeah, there it is. There was an issue to that fight, and I can understand completely now why so many players were having issues with this fight. So there you go. Hopefully that helps everybody out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Of course, let me know if you've experienced the things that I did in this particular outing of this excursion. I hope you appreciate the time I put into this to just do this for the sake of everything involved here. So anyway, until next time, everybody, stay safe out there in the real world, and fire as always. Take care of yourselves as best you can, one day at a time. That's all we can do. It's the best we can do, believe me. Do the YouTube algorithm things for me, please. Please, please, please. Like I said, I will try to pass this along to whoever I can in the partner program, of which I am not. I will definitely still try to, you know, tug on somebody's ears and be like, hey, can you send clips of this into the devs, please? And this needs to be addressed. Anyway, until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves and see ya.